This is an explanation for the chapter 4 grammar that we'll see. One of the first things we'll see is this pattern. Watashi wa gohan o tabemasu. This o is different from the a, I, u, e, o that you learned is part of the first 5 letters. This one is a particle. It always is by itself, and it always refers to this object receiving this action. So tabemasu, which means eat, gohan, rice. Rice gets eaten. Watashi wa gohan o tabemasu. Chichi wa mizu o nomimasu. Same pattern, except it's talking about my father drinks water. Water receives action of drink. You can add another word like always or every day to further modify the sentence. Haha wa mainichi gyunyu o nomimasu. So, haha, my mother every day milk drinks, or my mother drinks milk every day. You don't need to add any kind of particle after these. Boku wa itsumo Nihongo o hanashimasu. So, itsumo, always. I always speak Japanese. And to make this negative, you just change the ending from mas to masen. Ane wa ocha o nomimasen. For my older sister does not drink tea. Ani wa nihongo o hanashimasen. Same thing. My older brother does not speak Japanese. You don't have to worry about changing the verb at all based on the subject. That's one feature of Japanese. It's easier than a lot of European languages. It's always nomimasen, nomimasu, no matter who you're referring to. If it's in a response to a question, ocha o nomimasu ka, you can answer using wa instead of o, since ocha was previously mentioned. Ie, ocha wa nomimasen. This means ocha, or tea at least, I don't drink. Maybe implying that you might drink coffee instead. Places where you do things. Uchi, gakko, nihon. These are 3 places. If you're going to talk about you do something confined within this space, you use the particle de for each one. Uchi de eigo o hanashimasu. Nihon de nihongo o hanashimasu. Notice how you don't really have to use watashi wa at the beginning. You could, but it's generally implied that you're talking about yourself with this type of sentence. If you wanted to specifically talk about a person, of course, you could do that. Like you could say, ani wa uchi de eigo hanashimasu, if you're talking about your older brother. Kino, another timeline word, does not require any particle, just kino. Bangohan ni nani o tabemashita ka. So talking about what you ate for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you have to put a particle ni after it. So kino, no particle. Bangohan ni nani o tabemashita ka. Kare rice o tabemashita. This is a katakana word. That's why it's in katakana. It's borrowed from English. Kare rice is how you pronounce that. Kyo. Asa gohan ni nani o tabemashita ka? Now, if you did nothing, in this case, ate nothing, nani mo tabemasen deshita. So now we know how to do past tense. Tabemashita. The verb ends in mashita instead of mas. And then negative past tense, or I didn't do the thing. Tabemasen deshita. That's how it works for all of them. Doko de ohiru gohan o tabemasu ka? So again, this is asking a question. This is one of those who, what, where kind of questions. In this case, it's where. So we can take this word out, doko, and replace it with a place. Cafeteria de tabemasu. We could say cafeteria de ohiru gohan o tabemasu. That's correct, but you don't really have to. Dare to tabemasu ka? To refers to with. So dare means who. So we're going to take dare out of the sentence and then replace it with tomodachi to tabemasu. You can also say tomodachi to issho ni tabemasu. Either one is correct. Issho ni just means together. Kino nani o shimashita ka? This is a what question, so we're going to take the nani out and replace it with something. Terebi o mimashita. We have to change the verb in this case because you can't say I did TV. You have to replace did with watched. These words that are introduced in here are talking about how often you do things. Yoku terebi o mimasu is you do it often. Tokidoki hon o yomimasu. Tokidoki for sometimes. Amari ongaku o kikimasen. If you don't do it so much, you have to make this ending negative. Anytime you use this word amari, it has to end with a negative. That's all. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any further questions.